Today we will be installing an LED fog light into the Mercedes ML 320. It's a W163 ML Class. This is H11 H8 size, and it is 6000 K. This is the older LED that used to be in the car, and then this is the new one. As you can see, when it gets installed, it should be vertical, so that the LEDs point to the sides, so that when it gets installed, you want to make sure that the center piece, the center part is vertical up. The old LED bulbs, they didn't last that long. Over time they started to flicker, or they weren't bright enough, or the beam wasn't clear. Therefore I went with these AUXITO, and as mentioned, they're size H8 and H11. That's what goes into the fog light. And the other thing is the casing is very small, or there's not enough room. So therefore, if you get the ones with the fan, they may not fit, they'll hit against the back. Or if you get ones with pigtails, they won't fit either, because there's no room for the pigtails to go, and you'll have a tough time putting the fog light back, the projector back into the housing, and I'll talk to you about what that is about. But here, this is comparable to the older, which is, you know, a typical H11 size LED bulb. So it's pretty much the same size. It doesn't have the pigtail, it doesn't have the fan, so it fits in nicely inside the encasing that's there. So here I go to take out the fog light. There's a little lever, and all you have to do is just push it, and as you can see, when you push it, it sort of loosened up the housing, and then you just pull it, and it on the left hand side, it fits into these slots, so you want to make sure that you pull it from there. So here I'm pulling out another LED bulb that I had before, and also this one went out over time, and it wasn't as bright either. So basically take these tabs and then you stretch them out. I broke one side, as you can see, so just be careful. Over time they will tend to break, so just be careful and just wiggle them out of the slot. And if they don't come out, you could just pry it out with a screwdriver. So now I'm going to put the LED in, and what's great about this one is that the direction does not matter. So you could just basically stick it in. That's what it said in the instructions. The direction of the LED does not matter, so you can just put it in. And I can see it turned on, it's nice and bright. And now we're going to put it into the housing and test again. So I just want to make sure that it works before installing it into the housing. And as mentioned here, when you put it into the housing, you want to make sure that the LEDs point to the side so that it hits the reflectors on the side, and that's where you'll likely get the maximum brightness. There are other bulbs that, you know, have the LED in the front. It's sort of a waste. As you can see, that there's a cap in the front, so that light is not going to go anywhere, and it's not like that it's going to reflect back and reflect forward, because there is no reflector inside that housing. And the actual halogen ones have a brown marking on it so that no light comes out there anyway. So here, when you put it into the slot, there are like these 3 tabs. You just want to make sure that the proper tabs go into the hole, and then you twist it. And then when you twist it, you want to make sure that the LEDs point to the side. And here, when you put them in and twist them, I believe that it sticks out in the bottom. Like that. The bulb actually, the length of the bulb sticks out in the bottom like that. So you just want to make sure that you lock it in place, and then confirm that the lights point to the side. And once you do that, again, you want to make sure that these tabs go into the slot on the left hand side, and then push it in all the way on the right hand side. And you know, you may have to try this once or twice, as I did it over here, to make sure that it's clearly inside this housing, or the fog light frame, as they call it. And there's not much room back there because you hit against the bumper. But once it's in, you want to make sure that you pull that tab that you initially pulled. You have to manually pull it closer to you so that it locks the fog light. And once that's done, you want to test it again, turn it on, and confirm that it works. So thanks for watching. Easy fog light upgrade. Highly recommend these AUXITO LED fog lights. Please like, please subscribe. I really need your viewership. Thanks again.